Hey, I'm your host, Dr. Bob Lee, and you're watching Open. It's that live interactive program that brings the Bronx and New York City straight to your TV set. Now, you can stay connected to us through social media at BronxNet TV. We got a whole lot in store for you. Now, leading things off, our first guests are an MMA champion. He's born in Albania, and he's raised in Italy. Yeah. Hey, Tuzi Pazza. And a filmmaker and CEO of Edit Cellular production company is here too. They're with us to speak about how they documented the champ's rise to prominence, from his days as a DoorDash driver to becoming an MMA champ and bar lounge owner. He's got it all. He's on the rise and he's doing this thing, hitting hard too. That's how you do it. You got to pound the pavement, among other things. Please welcome to the show Armando Gjetja and Peter Normandia. Welcome to the show, guys. All right.
Thank you for having us.
All right. Look, he has the boxer's grip too, the fighter's grip. So this is a fantastic journey. You came from just almost nothing. Started from the bottom, now you're here.
Yeah,
Tell us a little bit
more.
more.
Say that. Well, I always, whenever they ask me, I always start by giving credit to my parents. They're the one that started all this. Where we moved from Albania when I was 3 to the north of Italy in 1996.
Yeah.
And I grew up there most of my life.
So do you remember at age 3 some of the things that you were going through?
Not really. What
your parents were going through?
They did the sacrifices. Bits and bytes here and there, struggling, from moving to having just a bike to having a car in the family, or maybe being able to afford certain stuff, food for me.
So in the 90s, you arrived in Italy.
Yes, 1996, all the way to December 2016.
So you were speaking in the Albanian language, and while you were there, but you were still babbling.
It was easier.
Yeah.
So even that, acquiring a new language, especially when you're young and you're a kid, it's a much. That's what that was one of the biggest gifts in life, because then. Once you know 2 languages, the third, the fourth coming. That's why then I was able to learn Spanish here, and we up to 4 so far.
So what made you want to get into martial arts or become a pugilist?
Well, it all started with a flyer. You're at school, they be handing flyers, and you pick and choose. Italy is famous for soccer. 90% of kids grow up playing soccer.
Look at that guy there. All right.
So. I gave a shot to judo, and it transformed in my teenage years into a passion. I started competing around Europe in tournaments.
Yeah.
And somewhere around the age of 19, I got interested in cage fighting, and spending sleepless nights on YouTube watching the legends of the sport. And I was like, all right. Let's dig into this.
Yeah. Who are some of the legends that you looked up to?
The old school champions from Pride, which is a very old organization from Japan. So I will name few: Wanderlei Silva, Federal Emelianenko. And then once the UFC started gaining territory here, George St. Pierre, Demetrius Johnson, a lot of champions from here too.
And now you're in America.
And I'm here.
Peter, how did you get involved?
Well, I was doing a documentary on the Ring of Combat, which is the organization Armando fights out of. The founder is Lou Negli, who's a champion himself. And we were doing a story, and I wanted to kind of contrast the old-timer stories of what they were fighting like, what their life was like coming up fighting when there was no hope for a big organization, to what was going on now. So I was looking at some of the fighters, and so all these crazy Albanians in the front row screaming for this one guy. And I was like, who's that guy? So we started talking, and Armando is, very conscious of social and what's going on and what it takes to make it these days outside of the ring. Yeah. So we started talking, and I just started documenting some of the stuff that he was doing. And I mean, what's more interesting than that story,
Armando, what does it take? Because a lot of people don't see the behind the scenes stuff. They see you when you're in the ring and you get the belt and all that stuff. But what does it take to get to that point?
You gotta align the stars. There is a lot of things that you gotta work outside of the academy. And it's not only about kicking in your 3-4 hours a day. You gotta stay on top of the total amount of hours you sleep, the supplementation, food, finances, reinvesting in yourself, improving skill-wise, communication, and everything. You got to be able to tell your story.
And off mic, we were talking about a number of not only fighters, but people who make a whole lot of money, but then later on, they're not where they were before when they were making a whole lot of money, so they have to downsize.
Correct.
And you mentioned something about managing your money, the business aspect.
You got to be financially aware. Mm-hmm. So it's like everything, it's compound interest. Mm-hmm. In fighting, like in your personal finances, you got to keep adding inch by inch. Yeah. It's not going to be the same. It's not a straight line to success. Yeah. It goes, you got to retain when you're going down, and be grateful, and have a second, the second chapter, third, fourth, the following chapter ready for once it starts picking up again.
There you go. Peter, what are some of the things that you're covering that you're most interested in?
Well, I'm always interested in the stuff like you were saying outside of the ring. To me, I had an experience like corner fighters. I train, and these guys, when they come up, man, nobody sees. It's not like it's not like the major leagues where if you make it, you're rich for the rest of your life. Yeah. This is it's very hard to get to that level, and these guys give everything. Finances, training, physical, mental. I mean, it's crazy just to deal with that. They got to drive all this way to get in a cage, fight somebody in the middle of the night, and then go home with, a little bit extra and stuff, and just a dream that the next one might be it. The next one might be the call. And I always found that really interesting how these guys had to fight a lot more outside of the ring than inside the ring just for this dream, just for this passion, for this glory, And I thought that was really interesting.
What are we looking at here?
It's Armando the champ. That's this crowd right there.
This was when I first won the Ring of Combat title. At 155. This was back in May 12th.
Do we have a video that we can go to right here? The ROC, the Ring of Combat. We have a little piece that we can go through? If we do, let's put it on now. Let's check this out. And we'll talk about it on the other side.
Sure.
Tonight, I'm looking forward to the main event. It's a title fight for the Ring of Combat Vacant Middleweight Championship between A.J. McCowan and George Sullivan.
It's been 3 years since I last fought. This will be my 29th or 30th professional fight, my 8th world title or 9th world. An amazing opponent. AT's a good human being, great fighter.
George Sullivan is a skilled striker. He knows how to avoid the power strikes.
I just want to fucking bleed.
Either way, I'm still looking for the knockout.
It's going to be a battle.
I have been looking forward to it since my first amateur fight.
It's been 3 years of pent-up energy, and I'm ready to swing.
Need to claim that title and hopefully go on the road to the next step, the UFC.
Got into it thinking that I was going to be a UFC champion. That's still the goal.
Look at the crowd.
So once you come through this league, you're destined for high things.
More guys go to the UFC from Ring of Combat.
6 champions, and I'm hoping to make myself the 7th.
And the greatest excitement of the night is wondering if that fighter that I'm introducing, is he going to be the one that becomes the next world champion of the UFC?
Yeah. Ready to get started. Let's go. Let's get to the fight.
Who's next? Ring of Combat. Ring of Combat. Is there something else coming up that you're going to participate? What's coming up next for you?
Well, I have something coming up very soon.
Yeah.
I'm not able to disclose anything.
Is it in New York? Is it in
No.
America?
It is. It is going to be here in the United States. I'm not going to be able to disclose anything, but something.
Okay.
Something.
I just wanted to know, so maybe we can travel out there.
Something.
Excitement continues.
Something
right?
big is coming up.
Yeah. And you're involved. Does
Yes,
it
sir.
include your belt? You have to give it up if you lose? You're going to take somebody else's belt? We're going to take somebody else's belt, right?
We'll definitely go towards something big.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Well, wait a minute. How do you, can you show us something in here from your seat? You know, how do you hold
From
your
my
hands?
seat, I'm lefty.
You are?
Yeah, I'm lefty and I'm a striker. So
Ah.
I love, yeah.
Now, being a striker means you're a wrestler, right?
mainly stand-up fighting. Yes,
Yeah,
correct. I have a big passion for jiu-jitsu also, but mainly I like to kick. He'll tell you.
Yeah. You knock a lot of people out kicking?
Yeah, he's got some power. Bro. Yeah.
Wow. All right. We would like to see that one day.
Soon,
And you come back and tell us more.
I will.
All right. And you're going to be documenting all of the whole story. Is it going to be shown somewhere? Where we
Yeah,
can see?
hopefully we're working with a working title called the Neglia Nexus. It's
Uh-huh.
about all the fighters that you've helped and been involved with. And yeah, we're looking forward to putting this out and getting it picked up.
Yeah. So where's the top for you in this?
The top is getting into the UFC and give that promotion all of my years left
Yeah.
in this, probably another 5-6 years.
Yeah. You know, they talk about a lot of, on the ground, you probably don't hear it much, but they talk about boxers or martial artists with cauliflower ears.
Yes.
How does that happen?
How that happens, mainly the people think, contrary to what people think, that it's like it's always about because of punches.
Yeah.
It's the actual friction,
The ears rubbing.
the ears rubbing and very hard. And like
Yeah.
I've done a pretty good job of draining the outside, so you see, it's just on the inside.
Oh, okay. So you can drain them. They get swelled with blood?
Yeah, you're supposed to drain them and apply pressure, and you're supposed to sleep like this for 2 weeks.
Oh,
so then
see,
go back to-
nobody knew about that. That's one of the things that what happens backstage. What's going on backstage that we need to know about? That's a
Yeah.
whole nother show.
Oh, yeah. There you go.
Hey man, good luck with everything that you're doing.
Thank you.
You know, we wish you all the luck, the success, and I know you're going to eat right, you're going to sleep right. We're going to try. In this business, it's hard to sleep right, but we're going to try to do all the things necessary to make it happen for you. And if you're fighting in the U.S., we'd like to come. Be in the stands with the Albanians. Yeah, let's go. Or should I hang out with the Italians?
With all of them. With
The
all
whole
of them.
crew.
Like I was meant for this city, man. I like the multicultural environment. I was like when I first landed and I got settled down, I was like, I wish I was here earlier, but I'll make the best out
All right,
of
so
it.
all of us will get behind you. We got the
yeah.
Boogie Down Bronx, 5 boroughs, tri-state area, the U.S.
Absolutely.
Hey, let's go. Hey, good luck and everything. Where can we find more about what you're doing? Are you social media?
Yeah, you can follow me, the
website?
Film Boss, on Instagram.
The
That would
Film
probably be-
Boss.
That's it. That'd probably be the best way to do it.
Uh,
And then we'll be releasing all the information on there.
good, man. Hey, thanks for coming. And come back again.
Thank you guys for
You have
having
your
us.
belt with you? Hold that belt. Where's the belt? Oh, we
No,
showed it on TV.
Yeah.
We showed it on TV. Don't worry, does it have jewels in there? We can. Thank you.
Sony
man.
will. Sony will.
Thank you so much for coming.
Thank
you
you.
too. Thanks
Pleasure,
for
Bob. Thank you,
documenting
man.
everything.
Thank
And good luck and God bless both of you guys.
Appreciate it.
All right. We'll take a break. I've got more open coming your way next. Sit back, kick off your shoes, and relax your feet. Here we go.